We all know Trisha Yearwood as the powerhouse voice behind some of country music's biggest hits, and the friendly face behind Trisha's Southern Kitchen. She's a best-selling author, a Grammy winner, and a woman who has seemingly done it all. But what if I told you, behind that bright smile and those warm recipes is a woman who's been quietly grieving, carrying a pain that most fans never even knew was there? Trisha just turned 60, a milestone worth celebrating, right? But instead of just balloons and cake, it stirred up something deeper. She couldn't help but think about the people who weren't there. Her parents, the very foundation of who she is. She didn't just lose her mom and dad, she lost her sense of home. Her parents weren't just supportive, they were her best friends. Vacations weren't escapes from family, they were time spent with family. That kind of love runs deep. First, her father passed, just as her cookbooks and cooking show were taking off. The timing was cruel. She was creating joy in the kitchen, but every dish reminded her of him. Recipes stopped being just food. They became memories that hurt. 3 years later, she lost her mother too. And with her, the traditions, the laughter, the Sunday morning biscuits and gravy conversations, all gone. The house felt empty. The kitchen felt cold. To the public, Trisha was fine, smiling on stage, laughing on TV. But behind closed doors, she was falling apart. Some mornings, she couldn't even get out of bed. A song on the radio could ruin her entire day. Only one person really understood, her sister, Beth. They clung to each other like two branches in a storm. Trisha once said, "You're my person," and when she said it, her voice cracked. It wasn't a line, it was survival. What fans didn't see was that Trisha almost walked away from it all. The music, the shows, everything. She couldn't feel the spark anymore. She looked at her guitar and felt nothing. She didn't want the spotlight, she wanted silence. But then, Garth Brooks, her husband, her anchor, stepped in. He didn't try to fix her. He just made space for her to breathe. Sometimes, that's all someone really needs. He gave her permission to not be okay. While the world saw Garth as the larger-than-life country legend, Trisha saw the man who helped her stand back up. He didn't offer big gestures, he offered quiet love, like flying her sister in to surprise her. Like gifting her a rare Mustang, a car that reminded her of her fearless younger self. It wasn't about the car. It was about reminding her who she was before the pain. Then came the song, "I Remember You." Trisha nearly didn't record it. The lyrics hit too close to home. Missed goodbyes, voices she couldn't hear anymore, hands she couldn't hold. She cried in the studio. She cried again after, but she didn't walk away. Instead, she asked her sister to sing on it. When she heard Beth's voice on the final track, she broke down in tears. It wasn't just music anymore. It was home. Fans think Trisha's Southern Kitchen is just another celebrity cooking show. But for her, it's sacred. Every recipe is a way of holding on to her parents. Her mother's potato salad isn't just food. It's a memory, a conversation, a laugh, a hug. The kitchen that once felt cold started to feel warm again, not because the grief went away, but because she found a way to turn that grief into something beautiful. But even then, Trisha fought another battle, one so many women can relate to. Her body, her weight, her image on screen. She's joked about yo-yo dieting, but beneath the humor was real pain. She loved food but feared the judgment that came with each bite. The very thing that saved her, cooking, was also where she felt most vulnerable. But she made a choice to show up anyway. Not as a perfect woman, but as Trisha. Strong, imperfect, real. And in doing so, she showed countless women that it's okay to take up space and love yourself, even when the world tells you not to. Now, fans are wondering, is she done? She hasn't said it outright, but her words feel different these days. She talks about legacy, about quiet, about peace. She's turning down offers, spending more time at home, watching sunsets with G. Maybe she doesn't need the spotlight anymore. Maybe she just wants a life that feels full, even if it's quieter. But then, she did something nobody saw coming. One show, one moment, one performance so raw, so honest, it took everyone's breath away. Is she leaving? Or is she simply choosing how to stay? Because if Trisha Yearwood has taught us anything, it's this. Even after everything, even through the loss, the silence, the struggle, there's still beauty, there's still music. And there's always room for one more song. Let me know in the comments. Do you think Trisha is done with music? Or is she just entering her most meaningful chapter yet? If this story moved you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Because sometimes, the strongest voices are the ones that don't need to shout.